ABC made a late addition to its lineup for last weekend's Republican debate when the network brought in Mary Katharine Ham.
Senator Cruz, on the campaign trail, you've promised voters a lot and fast. How do you intend to implement this aggressive agenda within your constitutional authority, especially given that it would require working with Congress and Washington players with whom you're happy to say you have a strained relationship? Mr. Trump, if Senator Cruz is known for opposing deals, you literally wrote the book on making them. Senator Cruz has mentioned that on the trail. What would you say to those conservatives who are concerned that a deal maker will just perpetuate the same deals in Washington and the way that things run now?
I sat down earlier with the editor-at-large of Hot Air and Fox News contributor. Mary Katharine Ham, welcome.
Thank you very much.
What were you trying to bring with your questions at that debate that conventional moderators might lack?
Well, I think you're walking a lot of lines, and I do not envy all these guys who have to moderate the full debate. I got my couple questions, and I was trying to bring out a little bit of the philosophical divides among folks on the right. Certainly you've got this populist strain and you've got the ideological conservative strain, which I'm more a part of, and I wanted to talk about that. For instance, I think a perfect example is Trump says, I'm going to change Washington because I'm the consummate deal maker. Ted Cruz says, I don't make deals, and he picks on Trump for saying he'll make all the deals. Well, what is the way to fix Washington? Is it to do fewer deals or more? I think that's something that conservatives are wrestling with, that everybody in the GOP primary is wrestling with, and I wanted them to sort of tease that out a little bit.
Now, I've said I don't think the RNC should pressure news organization into adding token conservative. If they're going to pick somebody, I'm glad it was you. Did you feel a little bit like a stranger in a strange land?
It's certainly a different experience, but I do think they gave myself and the local anchor who were there, Josh McElvin, lots of room to run. Mm-hmm. There was not a ton of vetting of questions. They said, you know, these are the topics you like. We like those topics too, and go for it. And so I really appreciated that. And I think that bringing those different perspectives in and then letting them have a little bit of leash, I think, is the way to go, because you get to mix it up a bit. So
our presidential candidates just as capable of finessing or ducking questions from a conservative commentator as they are from network anchors?
Look, I mean, you're always prepared for that. That's one of the lines you're walking. Like, I'm not looking to booby trap anybody, but I'm looking to get a little something different than we get on the stump. So you want to ask something that might bring out something different. They're still pretty good at it every time, right? And they'll take a turn. And also, you don't want to be the guy jumping in and making it about you while they're doing their thing. You also don't want a stump speech. So I think
you don't want to debate them.
Right, exactly.
At the same time, you don't want them to press for answer number 238 on the tape.
Exactly.
And so you try to craft the questions accordingly. Were you a little nervous? Pretty big stage.
I wasn't nervous at all, Howard. No, no. I actually, when the camera came on me, my thought was, everyone at home, my family and friends, are extremely nervous for me, and I'm going to look so relaxed that they'll stop being nervous. So I was working very hard to look not nervous.
I think you may have succeeded. As a Southerner, let me ask you this question. And one of the things that's popped up in the South Carolina primary is Donald Trump using certain profane words that we then dance around on television. Now he says he's going to stop that. Why should that matter? I mean, his fans love that stuff.
Well, I think it's the difference between candidates we've seen in the past and Donald Trump. He doesn't follow the normal political rules. He's running as a bit of a brand, and that brand is non-PC and brash and throws out those kind of words. I think you can be non-PC and not cuss. And here's the thing. When you do it in New Hampshire, he didn't pay a price for it, as he often doesn't pay a price for breaking customary political rules. In South Carolina, it may be a slightly different story. Senator Rubio is going after him for that reason. We're Southerners. I'm a Southern woman. When we play beer pong at a tailgate, we wear dresses and heels. There's comportment at hand here, and I think people will react to it slightly differently there, which is maybe why he's decided to hang up the cussing hat for a bit.
What the heck? That's a good answer. Back to the debate for a moment. You had your new baby with you. How did you juggle that?
Well, my mom came up with me. They flew my mom up, and she had her backstage. Ironically, my mom was in the hall with me but saw none of the debate because she was watching the baby downstairs in a workout room. But it worked out really well, and I was able to have her close by, and that's something that's very cool, to have an organization welcome a nursing mom of a newborn to a big event where that can potentially, require a lot of juggling. That's a big deal. I also have a really easy baby, so God bless her.
Easy baby, mom to the rescue. Now, let me close with this. There's been a lot of media attention about the tragedy in your life. Your husband, Jake Brewer, killed 5 months ago in a bike accident when he was out on a ride. A lot of people are wondering how you bounce back from that and how you could then handle the pressure of a presidential debate.
Well, I think when something like that happens, I've seen what I hope will be the worst thing I've seen in my life, this tragedy. And Jake would not want me to turn down opportunities. He wouldn't want me to sit around and be scared of life. And I've been determined not to do that for myself and as a model for my kids, with a lot of help from people around me. But I tell you what, when something like that has happened to you, and you look at 7 presidential candidates on the stage in front of you, and you're in front of millions of people, there's some freedom in saying, like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, I've been through the fire.
Right.
And so I think there's strength in that, and there's freedom in that. It also helps that I've been training against Bill O'Reilly every week for many years, because there's nobody who's going to prepare you better for going toe-to-toe than that guy.
So O'Reilly was your sparring partner for the big event.
Yeah, I should have gotten him for debate prep.
That helps us understand. Mary Katharine, great to see you.
Thank you very much.